You're listening to the Really Very Crunchy podcast with your hosts, Emily
and Jason. Emily, I'm so sorry that I swept up half of your costume that you needed while you were, costume you were making, not wearing.
I am making it for my kid's friend. We read Trumpet of the Swan together, and he, when they play together, he is always a trumpeter swan. My kids are foxes, so
is
the mean
Trumpet
ones.
of the Swan about the sound of the swan?
Kind of, yeah.
Or is it a swan that has a trumpet?
He was born without a voice, and so his dad
Can he talk?
Steals him a trumpet.
Oh, okay, so they act like
humans. He has to clear
humans.
his dad's name because his dad is now a thief. And so he goes to earn enough money to pay for the trumpet and has all these adventures while doing so.
This sounds like something I wrote when I was 7.
Kind of a weird book.
Gotta clear his name.
E.B. White was a little...
That was E.B. White?
Yeah. He
Oh.
wrote Stuart Little, Charlotte's Web, and Trumpet of the Swan, and that is all. And it's sad.
Oh, really? Just those three?
No, he wrote a few essays. Apparently has a few kid-friendly
Nobody
essays
reads
about
the essays.
dogs.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's not.
Who reads essays?
Well, anyway, my 7-year-old was asking, what else did E.B. White
What did E.B. White do?
write?
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and we got nothing.
Essays.
And he's gone.
Apparently.
So there's no hope.
For years and years and years, I thought Charlotte's Web was written by a woman, and E.B. White was a woman. That's what I
You
thought.
were wrong.
Esther Beatrice White.
It's funny because our 5-year-old has 2 imaginary friends, E.B. White and Tom Dean. Tom Dean is my literary agent.
Yeah.
And, we all know who E.B. White is. But
They
it's so
hit it
funny
off.
that they just come up in conversation. You can hear him playing, and he's like, E.B. White. He never just calls him E.B. either. It's always E.B. White.
Well, she was a great writer. I actually haven't read any of those.
You haven't?
No.
Hmm.
No. I am reading The Grapes of Wrath right now, though.
And I feel like I'm reading The Grapes of Wrath because you tell me everything
It
that's
is.
going on.
I never thought I would say this. It's a page turner.
I can tell because it's a pretty big book and you're almost all the way through.
I love it. Lots of crazy things happening in the 30s.
I didn't finish my...
Oh, I thought you were...
I didn't finish
your
the
costume. Yeah.
I'm not a seamstress, not even very good at sewing or being artistic.
You're better than I am.
I can design certain things. I can create a beautiful setting, but I can't make actual items very well. And I have attempted, I was just like, I can wing it as if I have some ability to just make swan wings. Wing it. Get it?
Oh, and trumpets. What?
Huh?
Okay.
I'm already failing because after I got the swan mask, I realized that trumpeter swan has a black beak, and I'm giving him an orange beaked swan mask. So
interesting.
Fail.
Yeah, so it's
Hopefully
not a
he
trumpeter
doesn't know.
swan. Is it a beak or a bill on a swan? I'm thinking a bill.
Is there a difference?
I think a bill's kind of flat and a beak's like a sharp thing.
Let's look it up.
I don't know. If you got him something with a beak, then you're way off.
A swan has a bill. A beak is more commonly used for birds of prey and songbirds. A bill is
because they're
used for
sharp and they
waterfowl.
kill things with it.
Yeah, but swans kill things as well, don't they?
Yeah,
Eat fish and stuff.
It's more like strangulation, while a beak is more like stab you in the eye and then rip your guts out.
Is a bill a kind of beak? Now let's just yes, a bill is a kind of beak.
Okay, so beak is the umbrella term,
right?
And then
It's
bill
like
is just
chicken
more of a
and hen, but not all.
Yeah, they have beaks.
Chickens are hens.
They have
all
beaks.
hens are chickens. So all bills are beaks.
Wow. Okay.
So
Interesting.
I stick with my original. He has an orange beaked mask.
Mhm.
It's just a fail all around. I don't even have enough fabric for the feathers.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, because I swept up half of them.
it's not good.
You left it on the floor, and you're like, well, on this half, you can sweep up.
I was going to put
and
the
on
kids
this
to
half,
bed, and
just
you
don't.
didn't have to clean
Well,
it
I was
up.
just sweeping the house, and you're like, this half you can sweep up, this half you just leave it. And I swept up the other half, and you
No.
come in later, and you're like, why did you sweep up what I had?
There was a clear line, but I don't think you followed the line all the way. It was like a long line.
I think you're wrong.
I'm not.
I think you don't remember where you put things, and you
I do.
gave me the wrong instructions.
If you are creative and have crafts going on and sprawling everywhere, leave a comment telling us about the lines and how you know where your stuff is, even if it looks like chaos. And you didn't ask your husband to sweep. I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Emily, this isn't a good look. You should stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I'll ask for comments here.
Anyway.
When we're good and ready.
So tell us about the grapes of wrath, Jason.
Oh, I'm good. Walk me through the process, the thought process of wanting to make a costume for someone.
Here's the thought process. I can't think of anything he likes other than Blue Yoshi. And I gave him Mario stuff last year. And his mom really kind of wants him out of that phase.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of interested in the Trumpet of the Swan. Or at least
That's a
I've
switch.
seen him play it with our boys. They have played the Trumpet of the Swan. So I think I'm going to get him a swan costume because he told his mom he wants to be a swan for Halloween. Perfect, right? Go on Etsy. Searching for a swan costume. Everything is super girly. There's no like boy swan costume.
Well, the boy swans are the beautiful ones, right?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
they're all glittery. There's nothing available.
Yeah, that's a boy
so
swan.
I think I remember when we did our Christmas parade, the lady who made all the animal masks made some swan masks. They were super cool. I'm going to reach out and see if I could buy one of those swan masks. I reach out. She says she can't find them, so I commission her to make one because I have no ability, okay? But then I can't be like, "Hey, could you throw in some wings?" Like so I looked on Etsy at wings and they're $186 for white ones. There are plenty of cheap options for multicolored, bright blue, whatever.
Male ones.
White
Yeah.
is nil. There's nothing available. There are angel wings, but it's clearly angel wings. I can't buy.
When you put a
I looked,
swan mask on,
There's a shape.
it's
to
like,
them.
oh, he's a swan.
No, the wings are like going up like this.
it's a
not.
cherub swan.
No. So I just thought, oh, how hard could it be to make feathered wing cape? It's hard.
Apparently pretty hard.
You have to measure things.
Especially when your husband throws away half of it.
Yeah.
Sweeps it
So-
up. Well, it sounds like you're being an intentional friend. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
It's definitely not that I couldn't think of anything else. And you know what I did today?
what?
I went to Walmart looking for a bobbin because when I sat down to sew the cape, I didn't have a bobbin in my sewing machine. What? And Walmart
What
doesn't
sewing
sell.
machine doesn't have a bobbin in
No,
it?
I'm sure it did have one at some point, but why is mine gone?
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know. I just don't ever use the sewing machine. I went to Walmart to get one. Walmart doesn't carry bobbins, but they do have Blue Yoshi Lego sets. So I bought one just in case.
Really? Oh,
It was
man.
on clearance. It said it was $7. Then I got to the checkout and it was $14. And I was like, come on. It said it was on clearance. And I even looked at the small print on the tag, to make sure that the
Said
product
Blue
was in the
Yoshi?
right- It said Goomba Land Yoshi. So I was like, that's probably it.
Did you
Goomba
get the
Land.
discount?
No.
Why?
It was self-checkout.
You gotta
What am I
talk
gonna-
to. Hey, look at
No,
this.
No. I was like, take my money, Walmart. Just take
You
it.
just gave him a free $7. Oh, well, how important is it to you to be a good gift giver?
Depends on who the person is. If the person
For
really,
you to be one.
yeah, I'm saying it depends on who I'm giving it to.
Oh, I see. Okay.
If the person I'm giving it to cares, then I want to be a good gift giver.
Mm.
Some people don't care about gifts. That's not their love language. They don't care. They're not going to like what I pick out anyway or make, or it just doesn't mean that much,
Right,
you know?
right.
So I kind of tailor it to the person.
What if they care, but they pretend like they don't care?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel guilty because I gave a not very good gift upon reflection to someone who listens to this podcast.
Who is it?
My friend Jordan is a flower farmer, and she listens while she cuts flowers out in the field. It's super honor.
Did you just say super honor?
Super honor.
Super honor.
Super honor to be listened to as she's cutting the most beautiful flowers ever. But no, I gave her son this shield that was given to me. It was a re-gift.
Oh.
Because someone made it for our kids, and it had an O on it for Oaks. And her kid's name is Ollie. And Oaks wanted to give it to Ollie. He wanted to give it to him as his gift.
Nice.
With a little wooden sword. And he just thought it would be so perfect. And so I was like, yeah, that's great. I can't remember if I put something with it. But I feel like, I shouldn't have, like, is that really what I gave him? And he was little. I mean, turning 4, is that even a gift a 4-year-old would want?
A shield?
Shield and sword?
Sword? Yeah.
A wooden sword?
Yeah.
Where you can swing it around and hit people?
What?
It just doesn't feel...
I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, our kids love swords, and Oaks wanted to give it to him. So, I don't know, but I feel... Sometimes I do look at gifts that I give and go, should have been better. Should have been better. Gifts for you. I feel like I'm not very thoughtful because you always want something. So you don't give me the opportunity to think because you just already have it planned.
I don't always want something.
Yes,
I just come up with something so you don't have to think about it.
No. You're like, I want this lens, or I want whatever it is.
Yeah. I have this flaw where I feel like anything I want has to serve a money-making purpose.
How are your watches going to make us money?
It gets me there on time. I'm not wearing it right now, but yeah. See, though, that's a situation where it's just truly a gift. It's like, this is a gift. Like, oh.
But that's rare for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to get around to this thought of intentionality and living intentionally. We kind of hit on it a couple episodes ago where...
Last episode.
Well, no, we've had a bonus episode since then.
When are you putting out the bonus episode?
Monday.
Oh.
A couple episodes ago, we kind of hit on this topic. Really just trying to make every decision you make count for something throughout your day. I think most people, and I would be interested to know what you think about this. I think most people are living their life not living fully intentionally.
Yeah, we're just sliding.
I think a lot of people are coasting.
Think about the phrase "killing time."
Yeah,
just killing time.
Just killing time,
right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to kill time?
Killing time to me is like, what can I do to help pass the time while I'm getting my oil changed?
Oh,
or something.
Okay.
I don't want to kill time just because I'm bored.
So why not use that time in a purposeful manner? Right.
And so I do think that there is a difference between being intentional and being present. I do think that there's I think intention.
You think those go hand in hand?
I do think they go hand in hand, but they are two different things. I think they can be confused because if you're saying be present all the time, well, that means you're never looking at your phone, you're never reading a book, because you're like being present with whoever's with you. But there's an intentionality, like if I'm going to look at my phone, if I'm going to look at my book, if I'm going to do whatever I am doing, it has a purpose.
I read something, it was some Charlotte Mason-y post, and it said, live life on purpose, or focus on purpose, not productivity.
Whoa. Tell me more. What does that mean?
So we should be living according to someone who is living their life through Charlotte Mason principles. I can't even remember who. And that may have been a quote by her. I'm not sure. Then, so we should be, I think that's more like intentionality and purpose go hand in hand. And intentionality doesn't always look like productivity. Because reading is important. That fuels your brain. It gives you new ideas, new perspectives.
Unless it's twaddle.
But that doesn't necessarily produce something visible, but it's still a good thing.
Yeah. Now, is there a difference between being, like, are we talking differences between being busy and being productive? Are those two different things? Because busy and productive are also things that are, they people think that they're the same thing and they're not the same thing.
Well, that goes down to Martha and Mary, right?
What?
Martha and Mary from the Bible.
Busy versus productive?
Well, just like the need for busyness, the like woman's inherent need to be busy and productive, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
you don't know what I'm talking.
I have no idea
This
what you're
is
talking
the
about.
only message that's ever preached to women ever.
Oh.
Anyway, go
What,
back.
They
Go
need
ahead.
to be busy in the kitchen or
No,
something?
you shouldn't
or
be.
like,
You should be present
oh.
and not just busying yourself.
Okay. No, I didn't know that. I've never listened to a woman's sermon.
Get in there and do those dishes. Cook the meal, or we're not gonna have anything.
Well, anyway, I don't feel like I got a full answer from what you were saying about the Charlotte Mason thing.
What I said. So just like being purposeful with your time. I was echoing what you had already
Because
said.
productivity is like, that's a good thing.
Yes, but you shouldn't live your life in pursuit of productivity. You should live your life in pursuit of purpose.
To some people, productivity, the fruits of your labor, if you will, or at least the act of it, is kind of the goal. And I'm not saying that's my goal necessarily for everything, but it is like the mark of
Intentionality?
in a way that
Yeah,
people
but there's
think,
so
I'm saying
many-
that's what people might think.
Yeah, there are so many super successful businessmen who have completely neglected their families. So I would
Correct.
not say that that's intentional living.
Right. And
Because they're focused on the productivity of whatever,
I think
that goal, and they've lost it. They've missed it. The whole point of life, I mean, not the whole point of life, but like the gifts, the beauty of life.
Yeah.
In pursuit of that productivity.
Yes.
So I think what I was saying is like a more rounded view of it.
Correct. So, okay.
So it's probably a difference between male versus female too.
Maybe. I think that's what I was going to say that too. Like, I think there's, like, in my whole life, I have been extremely intentional about certain things. And I get hyper focused on one thing. And I am so intentional about that one thing, and I get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I'm not intentional about everything else? And like, that means, like, maybe I have a really hard time being intentional everywhere. You're exactly right. What you're saying is exactly right. Intentionality, it's hard. It's almost impossible to be intentional about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, I think, what people should strive for. And I think most people hardly strive for it in any aspect of their life. I think there's a lot of people coasting. A lot of people coasting.
Life is disappointing.
And hard.
It's hard. I mean, for me, like, my weakness is reaching for my phone as a means of escape.
Mhm.
Because I can see something beautiful. I can look at Pinterest and quote unquote feel inspired. Like, ideas fuel the brain and I'm getting ideas, but then I'm not acting on them, and I'm using it, as a means of escaping reality, because sometimes I'm just annoyed or bored or whatever.
I mean, I think you, as far as just the the singular focused intentionality, you hit it right on the head with somebody who's like really focused on their career and they pursue that with a vengeance. But then something, when you focus on one thing so much, other things are going to suffer.
Why don't we share some ways that we are intentional? Hopefully maybe inspire some people in things that maybe they hadn't thought to be intentional.
Okay.
And then we can also share our weaknesses. Our failures, both of ours are exercising.
Yeah.
Except this week you worked out and you went for a run on the same day.
I did.
Double
Yeah.
whammy.
Well, it worked out twice this week. Not quite.
Was it on
Plus
that
a
one
run.
day?
Plus a run. No,
Oh.
2 days of like weights and then 1 day of running.
Does mowing the lawn count?
Yes. So 3 days. Well, our lawn, it counts. Not most lawns. I mean, not small lawns. Those don't really count. It depends on who you are. If you're over 60. Do you remember in our old house where we had like almost no acreage? And, it's like a push mower lawn and takes about 20 minutes to do. And
We hired someone.
Well, we did for a little while.
They were $30, just let the record show.
Yeah,
like
that's
Jason,
how small our yard was.
Jason was filming weddings on the weekends. He was working full time and then filming weddings on the weekends and then editing them to get them out, So like
But
the 30 minutes it took to mow was slipping through the cracks.
But for some reason, when I was mowing it, I was complaining about mowing it, and there was a guy across the street who was mowing his yard.
It was a harder yard.
A more difficult yard, and I was in the middle of complaining about it, and you're like, Jason, I would like you to just look in that direction, and it's an older man.
Definitely over 60.
Oh, probably
70s,
80s maybe.
Here's the kicker.
He had one arm, and he was push mowing his lawn without the rotating front wheels. So I stopped complaining about that yard
and
then hired someone to do it for me. Should have hired him. Excuse me. I know your yard looks really good. Could you mow mine?
I wouldn't say that mowing lawns is a weakness. You just hate to do it. But it's always done. You can't hardly stand the lawn to get slightly tall.
No, because then we get ticks and then we get everything else, and it's annoying. Yeah. It's not pleasant to be in.
You are very intentional about keeping our yard short.
Parenting. For me, it depends on the day. So the problem with parenting, intentional living in parenting, is that when I'm being hyper-focused and intentional on getting things done for working from home, that often collides with the parenting aspect of it. And it is very hard to be a really great dad and really great at my job at the same time when our children are being chaotic.
They're not always chaotic.
No, they're not.
It's in parenting, what I've discovered is your children are on a pendulum. And it feels like, to me, our kids get about 5 or 6 months swinging good. And then it starts swinging hard.
Yeah.
And then it swings back to good. And sometimes the pendulums are opposite. It doesn't feel like we're getting a good time. Like it's just hard because one of them is going through something.
Sometimes it gets
sometimes
over there.
They're both swinging hard. And I feel like the past couple months have been sort of a hard season for sibling relations. There's a lot of sibling rivalry and fighting happening in our home.
We've got a 7-year-old who's about to turn 8 who's obviously growing into this less playful, at least in the same way.
He still plays, for sure.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He plays. He doesn't play in the same way that his younger brother does.
And that he used to play.
Right. And he's growing up. He's playing in a different way. He's more mature. He plays more sophisticated ways,
Right.
as is natural. And it causes some fights between
Right.
them. Because the younger one's like, why aren't you playing? Why aren't you playing?
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's like, because I don't want to play your game.
Yes.
And that conflicts with work
Yes.
so often. Especially when it's you and I who have to be working together, like right now, like when our son just came in and wanted to ask if we're adopting him.
No, if we
adopted
kidnapped him.
Or if we kidnapped him, yes. It's like, yes, we did. Go. We're sending you back. Well, I mean, this could go on forever. Let's go to every aspect of our lives.
Where we're failing?
No.
Our weaknesses?
No, you look at the list of everything where it's like productivity, your work, your parenting, spirituality, relationships. It's like, well, if you look at it, sometimes I'm doing great in some of them, and sometimes I'm doing awful in some of them, and more of the time I'm doing awful in all of them. And so it depends on mood. I don't even know what we're getting at here. The point is,
you wanted to encourage people to live a more intentional life because you had sort of an epiphany.
I did. It started with phone use, really, and just scrolling. Like, it happened more than one time in a week span, which would probably happen even more than that. I just didn't realize it. Where I go to like look something specific up, informational.
On YouTube
or whatever. And I find myself just scrolling through funny videos for 30 minutes or 45 minutes have gone by, and I didn't even look up what I meant to look up. And it happened more than once, and I thought over time, like in evenings when I'm tired or whatever, I ended up scrolling on my phone, and it's like, what? No, I can't default to this. And the phone's just one thing. It can be a bunch of things, but it's TV for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's coming home from work and just vegging out. And so I just got this place in my mind. It's like, that is not living intentionally.
Yeah.
That is living passively.
And when you look
default.
back at your day, are you proud of what you accomplished? And do you feel good about how you spent your time? Not necessarily the level of productivity, but how was your time spent? Because your time is your most valuable asset.
Right. The one thing that you can spend and never get back and never earn back is time. You will never be able to earn back time. A little bit through exercise and diet, but not really.
You could extend time, maybe.
Right. You're not buying it back.
I mean, it depends. Don't we all have an hour?
What do you mean? What?
I mean,
what?
I guess some people would argue with you that you can't really extend your time because your time is set.
Oh, well, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, that's a different topic altogether. Yes. Well, you could get into a situation there like, well, I'm going to die when I'm going to die. Okay. Well, wouldn't you rather not be scrolling? A long time ago, it was video games. It's kind of a progressive thing for me. It's like it started with video games.
Yeah, actually, when we were first
Years
married,
ago.
You were like, I am so done with video games because you wanted to write books.
Yes.
And then you realized that the time that you spent playing games, you could have been writing.
Correct.
And you're never going to write a book unless you just sit down and do it.
Yeah.
And so...
And it's so easy to do those other things that are...
Yeah, it's way more fun.
Yeah.
There's not struggle. There's not pain.
The sense of accomplishment is not the same. It's not. It's not. But it's during it.
I don't know. I feel pretty good when I used to play Super Mario Brothers, and I made it through a really hard level.
I mean, that dopamine hit is pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Tell me what you were saying about what you read about getting rid of a dopamine detox.
I think we touched on that last week.
What was it?
If you give up your phone for 72 hours, or like your regular phone use, I think you could probably answer texts or talk on the phone see, for me, a lot of time that I spend on my phone is actually communicating with other people.
Sure.
Keeping relationships going. Well,
that's intentional, though.
No, it sort of is if it interferes with the relationships right in front of you. Like, one thing that I think bothers you is when we get in the car, I usually have text messages to send.
That doesn't bother
And
me.
so, yeah, because you'll be
It
like,
only
why are you on
bothers-
your phone?
No, I do not do that. I only get bothered when I'm in the middle of trying to talk to you, and then you get a text, and then you're like in that conversation with that person.
Yeah, that's rude.
That's well, no. I mean, everybody does it.
Sometimes.
Everybody, I've done it, but nobody texts me. So it's like that. I would have done it if I had people to text me. But like, you have people who text you, and it's like, I get it. That's not. But that's really the only time I'm ever like, why are you? Like,
I don't know. Sometimes I'll be messaging someone or texting. Yeah, and you're like, well, you're in phone land, huh? Yes, you do. You do that, and it's like, I haven't been in
I'm
phone land.
sorry, I have
We got
friends.
in the car. I have a couple friends to get back to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm just jealous of you having friends.
You got to make them, Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
You could be intentional.
Why? That's
Maybe
part
I'm
of it.
gonna
I planned.
challenge you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's your plan?
Well,
let's hear it.
I'm going to.
Pursue a friendship.
Sure, I will pursue a friendship.
You will?
I solemnly swear to pursue a friendship
Okay.
starting next year,
No.
2026.
Nope.
2026, I will have pursued a friendship.
You gonna call Boaz?
Hey, my fellow wedding videographer, best friend I ever had.
I'm sure we've already shared this on the podcast, but anytime Jason has a conversation with someone and he like
With
kind of
another
hits
man.
it off with
Yeah.
this other guy, we'll always be like, is that your new best friend?
Absolutely.
Yep. It was our roof inspector this week.
Yeah.
You guys really clicked.
Yeah.
Made a joke about a kiddie pool. He laughed.
That was the other guy, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're a group of friends now.
You guys were hanging out in the yard quite a while.
I got a sunburn on my neck talking to him.
We are getting a new roof because of hail.
Apparently.
Thankfully, Jason took a video while it was hailing, and you were like, "Yep, we've had hail."
I take a
See?
video in every storm.
Every time it hails.
If it's storming, I'm like, I just have a video.
Oh yeah, because it really benefited us that one time with the car.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, when football-sized hail's hitting your car, it's not a bad idea to take a video.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's extreme. That's not real. Not football size. That would be crazy.
softball.
So, I mean, there was that early epiphany, but that was also very singularly focused towards writing books or whatever. This one was more so like dopamine in general epiphany. I don't want to get my dopamine hits throughout the day. Dopamine, you have to have dopamine to survive.
I don't know if I ever finished saying. So if you just didn't look at your phone for 72 hours, did I already say that?
I don't know.
I might have.
I don't know if you finished.
Supposedly that rewires your brain and your brain's reward system.
Your reward is in heaven then, because you don't have a dopamine hit anymore. No, so what does it do when like if it's reset? What
Jason,
does that
I'm
mean?
telling you, I read like a meme about it. So you've asked
What
me
is
multiple
did
times
the
on
meme
this, and
say
I'm like, I
happens
think I
after
read
it?
a meme, and then I scrolled up.
Is it a lie? It's actually not. So I didn't go like zero phone for 72 hours, but I did decide. I acted like I didn't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have it. Used to have it with me.
You acted like you didn't care, or you actually didn't care.
Well, or
was it an act?
No. I just.
Was it? It was a decision.
It was a decision to not care about it
Okay.
in a way
Because
that like.
if you have sort of this attachment to your phone or attachment to apps like Instagram or Pinterest, it sort of, you do have to act like you don't care
Correct.
because you do care.
Well,
That's what draws you to it.
I don't really scroll on social media that much. I mean, sometimes videos and stuff, but like, I do check our video stats a lot. Just like, how many views does it have? How many likes does it have?
Reading comments
when we
and
post.
stuff.
You're reading
Yeah.
comments and messages, whatever. And so I, when I came to this conclusion, I set it down and like, I didn't even charge my phone for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it still had and I used it when I had to, and I still use my computer because I edit videos and things like that, but I'm not sitting there like
Seeking out
Right.
dopamine.
Correct.
Yeah.
And after a few days,
You didn't care.
right.
It wasn't an act. It was an actual, okay, that doesn't really affect my life. Though it does affect our livelihood, Jason. You have to care a little bit.
I do care. And I do. And I say you have to do what you have to do with the technology you have. I'm not saying never. That's the other thing, too. Be intentional about scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Be intentional about mindless activities. It is okay to do mindless activities, to decompress. That's great. Be intentional about the decision to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just fall into it and 4 hours later realize you've done nothing the entire evening, or unless that was your plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying be intentional about that. What I found when this happened, before then, for a while, I had been having a lot of trouble, believe it or not, finishing and really getting through reading a book that I like.
You did it, but it felt like
it felt like a chore.
Yeah.
It was like, it's kind of a chore. It's like I would start reading, and this wasn't for a long time, but just kind of recently, I would start reading, and like after a few pages, I would just kind of get bored and just set it down.
Maybe you were reading the wrong book.
No, because, I mean, like I said, I would be bored reading Grapes of Wrath previous to this detox. I'm telling you. But I had this, and I'm putting air quotes here, detox of dopamine, and like my attention span is much better. I'm holding a book, and it's like, it almost doesn't matter. Like I've kind of replaced the phone with a book. Most of all because I would rather my kids see me holding a book than my phone.
Yes.
That's kind of my big motivation.
Yeah.
Is that if I'm
modeling.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see if I'm needing to escape or whatever, I would rather them see me escaping into a book.
Right.
And
we don't want them to be heavy phone users when they get the privilege of having a privilege. Is that, I don't know. When they get that.
Yeah.
Which is not now.
Right.
But in the future, if we want them to choose something more productive, honestly.
Oh, and that's a bigger challenge for us too, because we're in the home with them all day, every day.
Yes.
And so we have to be modeling. We have to be intentional about modeling that to them. Yes, we have to use our phones for work, and that's fine. They understand that. Yes, I have to use my computer for work. That's fine. They understand that. They also understand when you're just scrolling. They get that.
You think?
I do think so. I do think that there are times in the day where it's like they know you're not working, but you're on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying as a human. I'm talking to all of us.
I am definitely guilty of it.
And sort of my major thought there was I would rather them see me holding a book. It goes as far as like I would even rather not be holding a Kindle. Just because it's a device.
Mm-hmm.
And they know what a Kindle is, so they know what my Kindle is. They know it's a book, but it's almost like I'd rather them just see me holding something with pages.
Here's what is challenging for me.
Yeah.
So, like when I'm cooking dinner, it's easier to just kind of scroll while I'm waiting for the onions to brown instead of picking up a book, though I could probably read a book and cook at the same time. I don't know. It takes less brain space to scroll.
It does.
Than it does to read. So, and maybe I'm not very good at multitasking or...
Well, see, my answer to that is audiobooks, and I'm okay to throw in headphones.
I don't like headphones. I feel like headphones...
It does close you off.
It closes you off.
I know.
Yeah, and I want to experience what's going on so I can hear them talking. I can hear their conversations. I can butt in when I want to, or if they're laughing about something, I know what they're laughing about. I don't know. I don't like headphones. Plus, it's too loud.
But I also think too that if you're cooking and you want to spend some of that time while you're waiting for the ground beef to brown.
Yeah, but then they see me scrolling.
Sounds like you need to pick up a good paperback.
I guess so.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just this idea that I just want to live my life intentionally. And even since that little detox or whatever, there's been a couple of times where I've just been tired and didn't make a conscious decision to do whatever I was going to do, and
Ended up wasting time.
Yeah. And that's, that you can't beat yourself up over it. You cannot live intentionally 100% of the time, all the time. It is impossible. That is an impossible.
I don't know. Maybe in today's, like in our culture, because of technology and all the things pulling us away from being present and being intentional. But 100 years ago, you don't think they were just intentional? Because
I mean, in survival, when you're in survival mode, if that's what we're talking about the 1920s, so it depends on where your life was. If you're the grapes of wrath in the early 1930s or whatever, yeah, everything you do is intentional because you're surviving. If you have plenty of money and you don't have any worries, it's like the fewer worries you have, the more intentional you have to make yourself. The fewer worries you have. If you have a lot of worries, things are not going well, whatever, intentionality becomes a lot easier because it becomes about.
It's a drive.
It's your drive. It's
life.
Your next meal. Yeah. It's your next whatever. Need drives intentionality. There is a need for people to be intentional because as in America, even some of your poorest people don't always have to worry about the needs like they did 100 years ago. There are programs in place that help people that weren't there. There are just different environments. It's a different world. And I'm not saying there aren't needs. There's obviously needs in the world in today. But
you're saying that it's impossible to be intentional all the time, and I think you're wrong.
In today's modern society, I think it's very hard, if not impossible.
I think if you went analog, then you could be more intentional. If you switch back to a flip phone and...
My job requires to be on apps.
Yeah, I understand.
And I know if we have a business phone...
that's what the Votebergs do, I think.
A business phone?
Yeah, they gave up smartphones because they were on them too much.
Okay.
I don't really know much more of their story, but... They have a smartphone that's only for their business. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my only pushback on that. I love to take photos and videos and, we'll carry a camera. It's like, well, then I'm carrying a camera. Like, it's big and bulky, and I don't necessarily want to do that. What they need is an analog phone with a QWERTY keyboard, because I'm not doing that old school texting. Can't do it.
Okay.
With a great camera.
Do they not have that? I thought
I don't
they
know.
had that.
Do they have it with a great camera?
I thought so.
If they have it with a great camera, I'll get it tomorrow. And then we'll just have my phone be like a business phone. You can do whatever you want. But.
Well, I would like that too, except I also like maps. Like a lot of times...
Use the business phone.
I'm just going to use the business phone for everything.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's my business phone.
Sorry, I need to read the Kindle app on my business phone, and I need to watch YouTube videos on my business phone.
Can I look at Facebook Marketplace on the business phone?
Yeah. No, I see the pull and draw. It's like you almost can't. Also, then your text bubble becomes green. For iPhone users, and what a horrible way.
Awful.
That's terrible for relationships.
Yes. That destroys them.
It destroys relationships. You're suddenly a green bubble, and people are like, ugh. I'm not texting you anymore.
If you have a green bubble,
it shows that you're being intentional, but by golly, don't talk to us.
Don't leave a review.
I guess we could chat on what, Magellan or whatever?
What?
Whatever you said the voice thing is. Marco Polo?
Chilling.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't have a conclusion to all this. I never do for all this, except just try to be intentional with your time.
Yeah, what are you going to do this week to be a little more purposeful?
That's all it is.
What are you going to do?
It's not even planning. I'm not even talking about planning. Don't plan. Nobody's asking you to plan out every moment of your life.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Yeah, that's terrible, especially for...
We tried it.
We did try it. It lasted
Doesn't work.
It lasted the rest of the conversation. That's how long it lasted. Because it ended with, nope, we're not doing that. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about every decision you make it on purpose. How are you going to do that this week? Or next, when you've done it, let us know how it went.
Yeah.
You know what would be so intentional?
I bet I know.
Is if people left a review. There's nothing more intentional than leaving a review for this podcast. A 5-star one if possible. Spotify, all you have to do is hit the star and you're done.
Wow.
The rating.
Mm-hmm.
On Apple, there's an actual little text review. It's like, what do you think about it? Everywhere else, I have no idea. So intentional.
Just intentionality through the roof.
Oozing with intentionality.
Mm.
And if you don't leave a review, well...
What kind of person are you?
You're not being very intentional, that's for sure.
Unless they're intentionally not.
That's a bad decision. It doesn't say you can be intentional and still do bad things, like not leaving a review.
Like moving to California when there were too many workers. It's a bad choice.
Well, they didn't know. They couldn't have known. There was no way for them to know. They were just so hopeful.
But as a podcast listener,
yeah,
they know.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know. You know. I know how many of you have not reviewed yet.
But you don't know who.
I don't know who, but I know how many.
Well, thank you so much for intentionally spending your time with us today, and we hope you have a great week.
Yeah, and if you did listen to us all the way through, that was a great decision.
Thanks for that, Jason.
You're welcome.